Every great victory begins long before anyone sees the results. It begins in the silence of your own mind. Before you conquer a goal, you must conquer your thoughts. Before you overcome the obstacles in front of you, you must overcome the doubts inside you. Your mind is the first battlefield you will ever face, and if you lose there, nothing outside of you will matter. But if you win there, there is no challenge too great, no setback too painful, and no dream too impossible. Too many people wake up every morning already defeated. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity. They are defeated because they have accepted a story that says they are not enough. They tell themselves they are too late, too old, too young, too broke, too average, or too damaged. They repeat these lies until they become beliefs, and those beliefs become their reality. The world doesn't have to stop you when your own mind is already holding you back. The voice inside your head is the loudest voice you will ever hear. It speaks before your family does. It speaks before your friends do. It speaks before your critics do. Every single day it asks one question: are you going to fight or are you going to surrender? That question will determine the direction of your life. If you answer with excuses, your dreams become smaller. If you answer with action, your future becomes greater. There will always be moments when fear whispers that you should quit. There will always be days when failure convinces you that you're not capable. There will always be people who underestimate you, laugh at your vision, or doubt your potential. But none of those voices are as dangerous as the one inside your own head. If you allow fear to become your leader, you will spend your entire life running away from the person you were created to become. Winning the battle of the mind requires daily training. You don't build mental strength by wishing for easier days. You build it by refusing to quit on hard days. Every difficult morning is an opportunity to prove that your commitment is stronger than your comfort. Every disappointment is another chance to show yourself that your purpose is bigger than your pain. Mental toughness isn't born in moments of celebration. It is built in moments when nobody is watching, when everything feels heavy, and when giving up seems easier than taking one more step. Stop negotiating with your excuses. Your excuses don't pay your bills. Your excuses don't build your future. Your excuses don't create the life you dream about. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," your dreams hear you choosing comfort over commitment. Every time you blame your circumstances, you give away the power to change them. The strongest people are not those who have perfect lives. They are the ones who take responsibility for imperfect lives and decide to rise anyway. You have survived things you once believed would destroy you. Think about that. There were nights you cried yourself to sleep. There were seasons when you questioned whether you could continue. There were moments when life knocked you down so hard you didn't know if you would ever stand again. Yet here you are, breathing, fighting, moving forward. That is proof that you are stronger than your fears. You have evidence of your resilience. Stop acting like you are weak when your own history proves that you are powerful. Your circumstances do not define your destiny. Where you started is not where you have to finish. The mistakes you made yesterday do not have the authority to decide who you become tomorrow. The only thing standing between who you are today and who you could become is your willingness to keep fighting when the journey gets uncomfortable. Greatness has never belonged to people who had an easy path. It belongs to those who refuse to stop walking. Train your thoughts with the same intensity that athletes train their bodies. Feed your mind with belief instead of doubt. Feed it with discipline instead of excuses. Feed it with purpose instead of distractions. Every positive action strengthens your confidence. Every promise you keep to yourself builds trust within your own spirit. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel. It is something you create by doing what you said you would do over and over again. Remember that every champion has fought invisible battles before winning visible victories. Nobody applauds the early mornings, the lonely nights, the sacrifices, the failures, or the countless moments of self-discipline. But those unseen moments create the person who eventually stands on top. Success is never built in front of the crowd. It is built in private, inside the battlefield of the mind. So when doubt appears tomorrow, don't welcome it, challenge it. When fear tells you to stop, take another step. When failure tells you it's over, answer with another attempt. Refuse to let temporary emotions make permanent decisions about your future. Your mind can either become your prison or your greatest weapon. The choice belongs to you every single day. Train it, protect it, strengthen it. Because the moment you master the battlefield within, nothing outside of you will ever be powerful enough to stop the person you are becoming. Discipline is the difference between people who only talk about success and those who actually live it. Everybody wants to win when the sun is shining. Everybody wants the trophy, the recognition, the financial freedom, the respect. But very few people are willing to pay the price that comes before those rewards. The truth is that success is never handed to anyone. It is earned one disciplined decision at a time. Long before the world notices your achievements, your habits have already decided your future. Motivation is exciting, but it is temporary. It disappears when life gets difficult. It fades when the alarm clock rings before sunrise. It vanishes when your body is tired, when your mind is overwhelmed, and when every excuse sounds reasonable. Discipline is different. Discipline gets out of bed when motivation is asleep. Discipline keeps working when emotions are unstable. Discipline continues moving. Even when nobody is cheering, nobody is watching, and nobody believes in the outcome except you. The greatest battle is not against your competitors. It is against the version of yourself that always wants comfort over growth. Every morning you have two choices. You can listen to the voice that says, rest a little longer. Skip today's work, start next week. Or you can listen to the voice that reminds you why you start. One voice builds regret, the other builds greatness. Every day you decide which voice becomes stronger. Your future is not shaped by one incredible day. It is shaped by hundreds of ordinary days where you choose discipline over excuses. One workout will not transform your body, but years of consistency will. One chapter will not make you an expert, but years of learning will. One business idea will not create wealth overnight, but relentless effort over time will. Greatness is never the result of one giant leap. It is built through thousands of small victories that most people are too impatient to achieve. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Ready is a feeling that rarely arrives. The people who accomplish extraordinary things often begin while they are uncertain, afraid, and uncomfortable. They don't wait for perfect conditions because they understand that perfect conditions don't exist. They create momentum by taking action before confidence catches up. Action produces confidence. Waiting produces fear. There will be mornings when your body is exhausted. There will be evenings when your progress seems invisible. There will be weeks when it feels like your hard work is producing nothing. Those are the moments that define you. Anybody can stay committed when results come quickly. The strongest individuals remain committed when the results are hidden beneath the surface. They understand that roots grow before trees appear. The work happening beneath the surface is preparing for a breakthrough that others cannot yet see. Excuses are attractive because they make failure feel comfortable. They allow you to blame your circumstances instead of changing your habits. They tell you that someone else had better opportunities, more resources, or greater talent. But excuses never build the life you want. Every excuse is a brick that builds a wall between you and your dreams. Every disciplined action removes one of those bricks until the path becomes clear. Your environment may challenge you. Your past may try to define you. People may doubt your ability. They may remind you of your failures more than your potential. Let them talk. Their opinions cannot control your destiny unless you allow them to enter your mind. The strongest response is not arguing with critics. The strongest response is becoming undeniable. Work so consistently that your results speak louder than anyone's doubts. Discipline also means keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say you will do something and then fail to follow through, you weaken your confidence. But every time you honor your commitment, even when it's difficult, you strengthen your identity. You begin to trust yourself. That trust becomes confidence, and confidence becomes courage. Eventually, courage becomes a lifestyle that refuses to back down from challenges. Do not underestimate the power of repetition. Champions are not created by extraordinary moments. They are created by repeating ordinary actions with extraordinary consistency. Wake up, show up, learn, improve, rest, repeat. It may seem boring to others, but that repetition creates excellence. While others chase shortcuts, disciplined people build foundations that cannot be shaken. Pain is part of the process. There is pain in training. There is pain in sacrifice. There is pain in saying no to distractions while everyone else is chasing temporary pleasure. But there is also pain in regret, pain in wasted potential, and pain in wondering what your life could have become if you had stayed committed. One type of pain moves you forward. The other keeps you trapped. Choose the pain that builds your future instead of the pain that steals it. Every challenge you overcome strengthens your mind. Every obstacle you refuse to surrender to makes you harder to break. Every disciplined decision creates another layer of resilience that prepares you for bigger opportunities. Eventually, what once seemed impossible becomes your new normal because your mindset has grown stronger than your circumstances. The world rewards people who can be trusted to keep going when everyone else stops. It rewards those who remain focused while others become distracted. It rewards those who continue improving while others settle for average. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about refusing to quit. It is about making the next right decision again and again until success is no longer a dream but a reflection of who you have become. So stop waiting for inspiration. Stop searching for an easier road. Build habits that work even when your emotions don't. Show up when you don't feel like it. Finish what you started. Push through the discomfort that causes others to give up. Every disciplined choice is another victory over the weaker version of yourself. Keep stacking those victories until your mindset becomes unshakable, your character becomes unstoppable, and your life becomes proof that consistent discipline can accomplish what talent alone never could. Every setback carries a choice. You can allow it to become the reason you stop, or you can make it the reason you become stronger than you have ever been before. Life does not ask for permission before bringing challenges. It does not wait until you feel prepared. It will test your patience, your faith, your confidence, and your determination. The people who rise above those challenges are not the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who refuse to let failure define them. Every obstacle can either break your spirit or build your character. The decision belongs to you. Stop looking at setbacks as signs that you are on the wrong path. Sometimes they are proof that you are growing. Every meaningful goal demands a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than the person you are today. That transformation is uncomfortable. It requires pressure. It requires disappointment. It requires moments that force you to think differently and fight harder. Diamonds are not created without pressure, and greatness is not created without adversity. There will be days when everything falls apart. Plans will fail. People you trusted may leave. Opportunities you worked for may disappear. Doors you expected to open may remain closed. In those moments, you will discover something far more valuable than success. You will discover who you really are. Anyone can smile when life is easy. Anyone can stay positive when everything is working. Character is revealed when the odds are against you, when nobody is applauding, and when your only option is to keep moving forward. Failure is a teacher, not a destination. It shows you what needs to improve. It exposes weaknesses that success often hides. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? That single question changes everything. It shifts your focus from self-pity to self-improvement. It turns disappointment into education. Every lesson learned through struggle becomes a weapon that prepares you for your next opportunity. The strongest minds are built during seasons that nobody celebrates. They are built when you wake up after rejection and choose to try again. They are built when you lose something important and still refuse to lose yourself. They are built when the world expects you to quit, but you decide to keep fighting. Mental strength is not created by comfort. It is created by persistence through discomfort. Never confuse a temporary setback with a permanent defeat. Just because something didn't happen today does not mean it will never happen. Just because one person rejected your vision does not mean your dream has no value. Just because one opportunity disappeared does not mean another one is not already on its way. Your story is not written by one bad chapter. It is written by your decision to keep turning the pages. Stop giving your failures more power than your potential. Too many people spend years replaying one mistake while ignoring hundreds of opportunities ahead of them. They become prisoners of their past because they refuse to forgive themselves. The past should provide wisdom, not change. Learn from it. Respect the lesson. Then move forward with greater determination. Looking backward too long will always slow down the journey ahead. There is something powerful about a person who refuses to stay down. Every time life knocks you down and you stand back up, you become harder to break. Every scar becomes evidence that you survived something difficult. Every challenge becomes proof that you are capable of more than you once believed. Strength is not measured by how many times you avoid falling. It is measured by how many times you rise after the fall. Do not waste your pain. Pain is expensive. If you go through it, make sure it teaches you something valuable. Let it sharpen your focus. Let it increase your discipline. Let it deepen your gratitude. Let it remind you that comfort rarely creates growth. The greatest transformations often begin in the darkest moments because that is where people finally decide they have had enough of living beneath their potential. People may laugh at your failures today, but they cannot stop your comeback tomorrow. They may remember the moments you lost, but they cannot predict the person you are becoming. Never allow someone else's opinion to become your identity. You are more than your worst day. You are more than your biggest mistake. You are more than the disappointments that tried to convince you to quit. Your future is built by what you choose to do next, not by what happened yesterday. Resilience is a habit. Every time you choose courage over fear, you strengthen it. Every time you replace excuses with action, you strengthen it. Every time you keep word to yourself despite difficulty, you strengthen it. Over time, these small victories create a mindset that cannot be easily shaken. Problems that once seemed impossible begin to look manageable because your perspective has changed. The challenge may still be difficult, but you will become stronger than the challenge. The world respects those who refuse to surrender. It remembers people who kept fighting after everyone expected them to disappear. Success is not reserved for people with perfect journeys. It belongs to those who continue moving despite imperfect circumstances. Every setback is simply another opportunity to prove that your commitment is greater than your obstacles. When life pushes you backward, do not see it as the end. See it as preparation for a greater leap forward. Gather every lesson, every disappointment, every rejection, and every painful experience. Use them as fuel instead of burdens. Let them remind you why you started and why you cannot afford to stop. One day, you will look back and realize that the moments you once called failures were actually the moments that built your greatest strengths. So refuse to let setbacks steal your future. Refuse to let temporary pain create permanent surrender. Stand up one more time, fight one more round, believe one more day. Keep moving even when progress feels slow. Every challenge you overcome is building a version of you that is wiser, tougher, and more determined than ever before. The road may be difficult, but every step through adversity is training your mind to become unbreakable. And once your mind becomes unbreakable, nothing in this world can stop the person you are destined to become. The moment you decide that quitting is no longer an option, everything about your life begins to change. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they aren't intelligent enough or because they don't have enough opportunities. They fail because they stop too soon. They walk away when the journey becomes uncomfortable. They surrender when success is closer than they realize. The people who achieve extraordinary things are often the ones who simply refuse to quit when everyone else did. There will be days when your energy is low, your confidence is shaken, and your progress feels invisible. Those days are not signs that you should give up. They are tests designed to reveal how badly you truly want your dream. Anyone can stay committed when life is easy. Anyone can work hard when results are coming quickly. But when nothing seems to be happening, when the sacrifices feel endless, and when nobody notices your effort, that is where real character is built. That is where ordinary people stop and unstoppable people are born. You have to make a decision that your commitment is stronger than your emotions. Feelings change every single day. Some mornings you will wake up inspired. Other mornings you will wake up tired, discouraged, and full of doubt. If you allow your emotions to control your actions, your future will always be uncertain. But when your commitment becomes stronger than your feelings, your progress becomes unstoppable. You no longer wait to feel motivated. You move because your purpose demands it. Stop expecting the road to be smooth. Every worthwhile dream comes with resistance. Every meaningful goal comes with obstacles. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced rejection, criticism, disappointment, and failure. The difference is that they refused to treat those moments as the end of the story. They understood that every obstacle was an opportunity to become stronger. Instead of asking why life was difficult, they asked how they could grow through the difficulty. There will always be people who underestimate you. Some will tell you that your goals are unrealistic. Others will remind you of your past mistakes. Some will laugh when you fail, and others will disappear when you need support the most. Let them. Their opinions are temporary. Your determination can be permanent. You do not need everyone to believe in you. You only need to believe in yourself enough to keep taking the next step. Eventually, your results will speak so loudly that doubt will have no place to stand. Every morning you wake up, you have an opportunity to become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Growth is not about making one massive change overnight. It is about making one better decision today than you made yesterday. Read one more page, complete one more workout, practice one more hour, learn one more lesson, improve one more skill. These small decisions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they build a life that looks impossible to those who never stay consistent. Pain is unavoidable, but quitting creates a different kind of pain that lasts much longer. The pain of discipline fades. The pain of hard work eventually turns into pride. The pain of sacrifice becomes the foundation of success. But the pain of regret stays with you. It whispers every time you wonder what your life could have become if you had refused to stop. Never trade temporary discomfort for permanent regret. The struggle you face today is preparing you for the victory you will celebrate tomorrow. Do not measure your progress by comparing yourself to someone else's journey. Every person has a different path, a different timeline, and a different purpose. Focus on becoming better than the person you were yesterday. The only competition that truly matters is the battle between your current self and your potential. Win that battle every day, and success will eventually become impossible to ignore. Strength is not built by avoiding difficult moments. It is built by walking straight through them. Every setback teaches you resilience. Every failure teaches you wisdom. Every disappointment teaches you patience. Every challenge teaches you courage. These lessons cannot be learned from comfort. They are earned through perseverance. The very things that seem to slow you down today may become the reason you succeed tomorrow. Remember why you started. Before the obstacles appeared, before the criticism arrived, before the failures happened, there was a reason that inspired you to begin this journey. Hold on to that reason. Protect it. Feed it every single day. Your purpose must become louder than your excuses. Your vision must become greater than your fear. When your reason is powerful enough, your determination will survive every storm. Success does not belong to the fastest. It does not belong to the smartest. It belongs to those who remain in the fight long enough to grow into the person capable of achieving it. Every day you refuse to quit, You gain experience that others lose by walking away. Every day you continue learning, improving, and pushing forward, you separate yourself from the crowd. Persistence creates opportunities that talent alone can never unlock. The greatest victories are often waiting just beyond the point where most people decide to stop. Imagine giving up one step before the breakthrough. Imagine quitting one day before the opportunity arrives. Imagine walking away just before all your years of effort finally begin to pay off. Do not let impatience steal the future you have worked so hard to build. Stay in the fight. Keep showing up. Keep believing even when the evidence has not yet appeared. One day people will look at your success and call you fortunate. They will never fully understand the lonely mornings, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the failures, the tears, and the countless moments when you had every reason to quit but chose to continue instead. They will see the victory but not the process that created it. That process is what transforms an ordinary person into someone truly unstoppable. So stand tall when life tries